of heart, which is a change of outlook, which is a change of perspective, which is can only be one thing: more love infused into that heart. There's nobody evil, there's nobody wrong. There's just an absence of love in the heart. And to that degree depends on our state of affairs, depends on our perspectives, and depends on our actions. And thus, we have a pretty good idea of what the world is going through right now. Not enough love, baby. So today, we're going to have a great shift. We're going to shift from the way we think things are going, and we're going to just see with these source glasses, with the truth glasses on, with the love glasses on, just for a day, just so we get that change of heart. I call it the shift. The shift from human to divine. Bingo! There's going to be so many souls today that have the great shift. They're going to leave the body. And there's going to be as many souls coming into a little form today. That's going to be a great shift from formlessness to form, and then from form to formlessness. Back and forth we go. Round and around the mulberry bush we go. Today, though, we get anchored in that which is changeless, the truth. So many near-death experiencers talk about a review. One of the first things that happen, sometimes they are with their loved ones from past lives and they're getting all loved up. Other times the loved ones are a little distant and they're going through, but even then they're going through their review, even without a big encompassing of love straight away. After they leave the body, still they watch that review film. No guilt, no shame. They watch it. There is no guilt, no shame, nothing wrong. They just watch it. But if you have lived a life probably maybe a little higher, and you are engulfed right in immediately when you leave the body, or shortly after, and the loved ones are there to love you up, and you don't know who to love specifically because there's so many, not just from this life, but from other lives. They're just waiting for you. See, it's a great celebration when you leave this body. What happens is that you're watching your review film with them around you, and it's all love. You're watching every single thing that you think is a rotten mistake. Oops, I screwed up there, is seen from a place that I am asking everyone to have a change of heart for today, to today, a place of pure love. That's really who we are. That's really the name of the game. That's really what the divine ones are in right now, a place of pure love. There has been Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who wrote so much about the death and the dying and that experience, and talks about there's only one thing to consider here, and that is love. And to love unconditionally as much as you can today, everyone you see today, everything that happens today, love, love, love unconditionally. And this is the supreme learning. This is the whole game of life. This is the only reason Spirit, Source, Creator are engaged in what seems like a pretty big effort on the western, eastern, southern, and northern front. Doesn't it seem like a pretty good effort to not only create this creation, but to sustain and maintain it? I wonder how many techies Source has to help. Well, those techies are the angels and the archangels and the great ones who have learned the lesson about love here, and they go on to the other side to help out, help maintain and sustain this unbelievable cosmic creation and beyond. It is the beyond that's very interesting to me, though. It is that which is beyond thought, that which is beyond the scenes of this world, that which is beyond anything created and manifested. It is called the unmanifested, and I know this might seem big, but listen, you are big. You are a cosmic being. So get used to being big and get over being small, because the small is just ripping you up to shreds. having you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is no respecter of how you feel, none at all. And that's how creepy this world can get. No respect, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, because we lost the perspective. We've lost this ability to change our heart and do the alchemy by keeping our attention fixed on the truth, keeping our attention fixed on the one beloved that's around us right now, that's in your heart, that is in your body, is in your cells. It's called the loving presence. And we forget all that, and we get tripped up. We get tripped up and we bump into each other's shoulders, and on those shoulders are big chips, chips on people's shoulders are sharp edges, and we rub up, and I don't like that. Whereas if you have perspective and you see things with those source glasses on today, and it's all about whatever you go through, it's just pure love behind you, you see, then we start rubbing, and those sharp points of the chips on our shoulders, we start to soften, like throwing a bunch of stones into a tumbler with a little water in there, and eventually they're all going to be very smooth when they come out of that tumbler. Well, this tumbler is earth life, my dear. This daily life on this planet. When you think you are off on your own, so to speak, when you forget the truth, when you forget that it is about being anchored in the changeless, loving presence, and let the loving presence grab your hand today and walk with you and shield all the negativity from you, love you to smithereens so that you can be in this world but not of it. Well, there we have it. If you forget that, you're in a tumbler. Well, actually, you're the sharp edges of the chips on people's shoulders. You're not even in the tumbler yet. You get in the tumbler when you make up your mind that there's something more to life, you see. When you're going to put your foot down today and say, I am an immortal, for heaven's sakes. I am one with the infinite, for God's sake. I am who I am. I am the infinite creative power of spirit. I am an immortal soul, all powerful, all beautiful, all loving, pure, not of this world. And yet here I am, entrapped in a little physical body, but I do have one mission possible, and that is to escape. Free the soul, free the soul, free the soul. Soul liberation, freedom, freedom. I feel the love all around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the joy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Freedom, freedom, freedom. I feel the love all around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the peace. Freedom, freedom, joy. I feel the joy all around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the peace. Peace is this like if you're a cook or a chef, it's like everything that you make has this one base ingredient in it, and it's called peace. It's the first experience of us as we really are. Is this deep otherworldly peace that is beyond our understanding, that is unshakable, imperturbable, beautiful, glorious peace. See, when we're not willing to shift and have a change of heart today, there is no peace. We're getting tossed and turned, by our thoughts and emotions and the same old things that trip us up, but they have little different variances and nuances, and so it seems like it's a little different, but it's really the same old mindset that you keep running into. You're running into your own stuck beliefs. You're running into yourself. The self that isn't willing to shift. The self that isn't willing to make a stand for truth today. That self which is, just a stubborn little dude ego or dudess ego. And it's there to trip you up. It's there to make you sure you forget what I'm talking about and what has been talked about for aeons as far as truth goes. But the soul is more powerful than the ego. In fact, the soul is the ego. The ego is just a pseudo-soul when it's falsely identified with the change. But the soul is the changeless anchor. It is the beloved. It is one with infinite spirit. And thank goodness It's you and me. So, who's going to want freedom for you? Tell me. Tell me of your people, of your peeps, going to want you to have a better day today. Really. And even if they did, how sincere in it is it? And even if it's sincere, what can they do about it? If you choose to be unhappy, nobody can make you happy. If you choose to be happy, no one can make you unhappy. It's up to you. So why don't we sing a little bit about freedom and just see if that's even in the equation, darling? Is it even on the radar today? Freedom, complete freedom, happiness, joy, a heart that is filled with love today, because that's the only way we're going to have a change of heart. If somehow an angel touches us today, if somehow we just are so sincere and put our foot down and make this indomitable choice, non-negotiable choice, that I am going to live as truth today. I'm going to walk with truth and love and peace. Even if I don't want to, I'm still going to do it. Well, that will bring the touch. That will bring the change of heart, guaranteed. And then if you even ask for some help, ask away. In fact, why don't you enroll and enlist and admit yourself into assisted living? Why don't you crawl into your soul, or jump into your soul, or run into your soul, or be dragged into your soul and say, I need you. I need help. Help. I'm not capable to operate as a human. And you're not. As soon as you forget you're divine, helter-skelter, it all falls apart. And there's no peace at all. There's no base ingredients so that you could add the joy, you could add the happiness, you could add the love, you could add the brotherhood and sisterhood and the compassion and the forgiveness. No, we've got to find that peace today. Hello. And you have this thing called longing and yearning, this seed core spirit of you that's unstoppable. It's all powerful. It's infinite. So use that spirit. Tap into your spirit. Oh, lazy bones. I'll tell you, no one ever became happy on this planet by being lazy. No one ever even got close to even smelling the scent of heaven without that soul determination, without that peace ingredient. Nobody got close without making up their mind. Because if you question whether you win or lose in the game of life, my dear, you could go on losing. Now we're talking about anchoring in, hunker in. Get into that bunker. Let the bombshells of your thoughts and feelings and all the worldly distractions just explode around you. But go hunker in like we talked about yesterday. Give me shelter. All these streams just flow with one another. They interweave. They come back and forth. And it's really about one main ingredient. It's the peace, yes, and the love that comes right after you have made up your mind to have a shift today, to have a change of heart, and to put on your soul glasses, baby, put on your spirit glasses, and see how it is really being seen. I told you, you go to the other side and you watch your review film. First of all, probably at the lowest level, you're not going to feel any guilt about it. Second, you will be absolutely just feeling love as you watch every action that you did, every thought you had, good, bad, or ugly, or horrible, or devastatingly bad. You will feel the love. So, devastatingly bad today, out of sorts today, not feeling it, tired, sickly. Come on, that's all part of the helter-skelter of this physical world. This is why we got to get out of here. There must be some way out of here. Right? There is. We're talking about it right now. Well, we're gonna hold that space, that we are going to hold the determination, the conviction, just what we're talking about right now. That we're going to hold a perspective as our soul sees things. That we're going to, no matter how we feel or how we behave, that there is love behind us. Freedom, freedom. I feel the love behind me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the peace. Freedom, freedom. I feel the joy all around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the peace. I'm happy, 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 happy. I'm free. I'm happy, 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 happy. I'm free. Do you know that you are free relatively every time that you feel the peace, every time that you feel happy, every time that you choose to be loving or to be loved, every time you are happy at some level of happiness. Your true nature is happiness. To be sad is an offense against your true nature and against this universe, which is really, quite frankly, are you ready to hear this? Is bliss. Ongoing Satchitananda is bliss. I'm telling you, a change of heart and shift your focus, darling. Radically shift it. Don't just, little baby steps. Okay, we talk about that as well. But, the baby step, when it's taken from a place of a giant leap of faith, becomes a gigantuan baby step. This is how we're going to grow. This is how we're going to change. This is how we're going to have a shift today. You hear me? This is how we're going to shift it. I'm so happy doing these streams. I can't tell you how friggin' happy I am doing these streams. Because at least for me, I got to stand on a mountaintop today and speak my heart. I got to sing to the winds. I don't care if it's heard or not. I'm the winner here, man. I hope that you have some kind of inkling within yourself today that you have that gigantuan baby step, that giant leap of faith going on, and you take something that's your spirit is screaming for you to grab onto the whistling mane of the wind. Soar with the clouds, break out of just this limited departmental thinking that the mind has you entrapped in your own mind thinking, and sing, share, do something on your own, break out. Freedom, freedom. I feel the love all around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the peace. Freedom, freedom. I feel the joy all around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the peace. And since we shifted our attention from just the little me to the big we, and we are all part of one and the same divine reality, oneness consciousness, we're singing for all our brothers and sisters who are going through their earth experience because it's perfect for them, and we are never to judge why someone is going through what they're going through, because it's so easy when you get a little better, darling, when you have learned a little lesson that you want everyone to learn it too. And that don't take you back to not learning the lesson. You're going to unlearn. You're going to have to go back to another grade if you start judging other people. Leave them alone. Let people off the hook, every single one, starting with taking yourself off the hook. Read a near-death experience today, and I'm going to keep saying that till you actually do it. Just Google it, near-death experience, and read some. There's just tons of them. Just so it helps you get a perspective. I'm telling you, well, those people, they're just ordinary people. They have no maybe belief system that is, or they're doing some not so good things, and they have the experience, and so they're not going to lie about what happens to them. They come back and talk about what this bald head talking heart is talking about all the time. If I were you, I would employ all the help I can. I wouldn't leave myself to my own resources as I go about this day. I would have all the troops gathered around me. I would surround myself with love guards. I would. And all my little readings and all my affirmations and all the strategies that are going to help fill my mind with the good stuff that can help me shift so I have a change of heart, so I at least can have a little peace soup and a peace sandwich and a peace espresso. Freedom, freedom. I feel the love all around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the peace. Freedom, freedom. I feel the joy all around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the joy. I'm happy, 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 happy. I am free. I'm happy, 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 happy. I am free. Freedom is our true nature. Happiness is the real state of affairs. Love unending is really the only reality. Listen, even thousands of lifetimes is still just a blink of an eye, although it can go a long, long time in your mind. Like, I just can't get out of this hell zone that I'm in. I just can't get over this thing that I just hate about. I can't get over this addiction, you know, and it's going to feel very like it's just, you're stuck in the mud or you're in the quicksand, you know. It is called a nightmare. Earth life is basically a nightmare with a few good experiences. Oh, okay, well, let's have a long, endless discussion, which I won't have, about how all the things that you like to do here and that this is a bunch of crap, what I'm saying. I will not engage in that conversation with you. I just know that there is so much pain and suffering, it's unbelievable. I can't even grok it in my own mind. And the stuff that even I go through is just like, are you friggin' kidding me? It seems to be omnipresent, you know, terrorists trying to attack my castle of peace. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is to wake up and have the shift. There is none of that going on. We're hypnotized into thinking this is life. We're hypnotized thinking that I'm just going to barely get through another day. I'm just going to be unhappy. So let's all get together, waste our time, and be unhappy together and complain. No, you don't need to engage in that. Be like a Mahatma Gandhi. You don't have to cooperate with that. You can choose to be, you know, on the road less travel and practicing the love games. Happy, 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 happy. I'm free. I'm happy, 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 happy. I'm free. I'm happy, 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 happy. I am free. I'm happy, 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 happy. I'm free. Freedom, freedom. I feel the love around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the peace. Freedom, freedom. I feel the joy all around me. Freedom, freedom. I feel the peace. What are we? Happy, 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 happy. We are free. We're happy, 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 happy. We are free. Happy, 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 happy. We are free. We're happy, 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 happy. We are free. Oh yeah. Woo! Yeah. Oh, plenty of peace to go around. Put it on everything. Mix it in with everything. Mix it in with all your thoughts. Mix it in with all your emotions. I think that we may have not We may not be online right now. I don't see my other screen on. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish up a short stream because we still can have a video to watch perhaps, right? So listen, no, mix that peace in with everything that you do. When you come into someone's presence, why don't you consider just peace? Just hold some peace. And after the peace, hold some love. Don't get caught up in the conversation as much as you are centered and anchored in the peace force and the love force and the light force. Because that is a true connection, you see. That is what we want to do more and more of. Because otherwise, when you look back on that, when you go to the other side and watch your review film, when it wasn't about peace, that discussion, that conversation, that interaction, that relationship, and it's not really about love, and it's not really about growing and having the shift and a change of heart on a regular basis, and it's just about being caught up in life, it is absolutely friggin' meaningless. See, there's this duality something. Most people are putting meaning into the meaningless, whereas the people who are focusing more on the light are putting the meaning into what is true and saying this earth life is meaningless. Whereas the people who are making meaning, like meaning-making machines, got to have a meaning for everything, are saying that to practice spirituality and to go for broke on the truth is meaningless. Because how am I going to survive here if I don't put meaning to everything and make myself miserable just like the rest of the pack, just like the rest of the gang, right? So we gotta flip things around, if you know what I'm saying. So we're always flipping things around here on this Love Force Revolution channel. And so listen, since I don't hear from any of you now on the chat, I do want to welcome the three amigas. Well, it's the two amigas. It's the Maya G and the Clark G. Welcome to the Love Streaming Live. I do hope that you got a few morsels to chew on today. These little morsels, like in the Lord of the Rings, they gave the elves gave the hobbits these elven breads, and they would eat them and they'd have energy all day long. You can take a little bite of this bread and it would just sustain them for so long. I hope the little morsels of the truth and the joy vibrations and the peace that's here and the stream, the spirit stream, the soul stream, right? And just the funness and the openness and the friendship that we share can go a very long way for you today, my dear, because today is declared a change of heart day. All beings on the planet get to put on just for a moment. Maybe their guardian angel will just say, hey, would you stop a moment? I got to put some glasses on you. And they put on these soul glasses, these divine glasses, these source glasses, and you woo! And you see that everything is absolutely perfect. Everything, not only do you see, but you're in that unbelievable, unconditional love force that is the reality and everything that's going on. Just like a motion picture, but you're watching the motion picture on the screen of time and space, and your whole body is filled, your heart is overflowing with love and compassion and peace and understanding and the reality, and you finally go, wow, I've woke up. Everyone gets to wake up today for even a split second from the nightmare of this fleeting, changing, shifting world. And the fact that something ends means that you really can't find happiness with anything that ends. Because you can only find happiness with something that's going to go on and maintain and sustain and keep that happiness and that love growing and growing and growing. Correcto? Right on? All right. So today we get that change of heart. We get to have the blessing. We get to see how Source sees everything, and most especially, my dear, how Source loves. Because we love. We love. We love. We love. We love. We love. We are love. It's the Love Force Revolution. Have a beautiful shift today.